Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today was a fun day at Destination Dallas, my home gym. Obviously, we had our open house week. It was an epic time. We had lots of people come through. We had icon meals out with all of their athletes. We had some of the Gasp and Better Buddies athletes out. It was a packed house. It was exactly what we wanted, and just a celebration of us being open for 4 years now. And so it was a really great turnout. With all of the great things that we had going on, all of the events, all the seminars, I knew that I wanted to do something and bring something for especially you ladies. And so we thought of doing a booty seminar, which then turned into Booty Work. And we decided that I would do that with Emily Hayden. I knew she was going to be in town with Icon Meals, and I wanted to take the opportunity to snack her and bring her into the gym, and she loved the idea, and we were so excited to do this and share with the girls. It was a free booty work seminar Q&A. We just got a group of girls that came in and wanted to go over form and technique and just get really hands-on with you girls. And so that's what we did here in this video, and I had someone do a little bit of behind the scenes just so you girls could see what we had to offer for that. I know it was hard for some people to get there. It was at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, from 4 to 6 p.m. So that was hard for some of you girls to get there for work or, you know, real life things going on. So we filmed a little bit of it, and I just wanted to share that with you. We had a great time, and I think the girls had a really great time too. I think they learned a lot, and not just about, you know, different exercises, but the typical booty exercises and the proper way to do them and the proper way to get your glutes activated. Emily and I had a blast. So I couldn't really remember if I feel that this was not the first time that I had met Emily, and come to find out, we had been at the same show together one time. But she's also a Bikini Pro, and this was my first time meeting Emily in a more, you know, conversation level. Like, we were actually able to sit and talk and kind of get to know each other. I got to spend a lot of QT with her, and I absolutely adored Emily, and I think she's a really great role model for this industry. She is so kind-hearted and really genuinely cares about sharing information and good information. And I know that I learned a lot from her, even just being around her for that little bit of time here in Dallas. And so I just wanted to say a special thank you to Emily for being a part of that and giving her time for this little, you know, fun idea that it popped up in my head. And I think it was really great, and thanks for inspiring, and I hope you keep inspiring. Don't forget, please subscribe, give this a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment below and let us know if you want to see more of these. We started the day by introducing ourselves to everybody, and then going through the room and having everybody introduce themselves just so we could get to know all the girls there. So it was really fun to see everybody come in from different areas. It was a lot of locals, but we had a couple girls that were in from Sweden, and Miss Emily herself, which was cool to have her back. And then after that, we went ahead and got straight into warming up. Emily was really big on getting the glutes activated because we were doing our booty work, so we needed to get that booty going, and I completely agree with that. activation is really important if you are going to be training your glutes. And if you are brand new to training your glutes, it's really hard to kind of get that mind to muscle connection. So we went through and did like a series of different activations with the girls. And this first one that we are doing is just a regular glute bridge on the ground, and just really focusing on squeezing and getting that motion and getting the glutes, engaged and activated, and really just trying to show the girls some proper form before we got onto our actual movements. The main thing when you are warming up and doing these activations is to focus on not just busting out a bunch of reps, but to really squeeze, hold the movement, feel the movement, and don't just sling through it. On the hip thrust, you want to think of the same thing with just keeping your head forward and really pushing up through the heels and the glutes, and not trying to use too much of your back. And this next movement here is one of my personal favorites. It's basically like doing a stiff-legged deadlift, but obviously you're not having any weight. So you bend over just as you do with a stiff leg, pushing the hips back and keeping the back neutral. I like to refer to your spine as a broomstick. It never moves. And you pull yourself up with your glutes, squeezing your glutes all the way through to really get yourself back up. You're not pulling up with the back, and you're not slinging yourself up through the back as you normally would a little bit with some stiff legs. You're squeezing the glutes and really activating it. And this is also really good for warming up those hamstrings, which is very important. Even if you are only training glutes, you are using your lower body, which would be quads, hamstrings, etc. So everything needs to get nice and warmed up. So once the girls got all warmed up and were nice and loose, we divided them up into two groups, and Emily took one and I took the other. And Emily started out with the girls doing Bulgarian split squats into kettlebell squats, and also had the girls doing one-legged glute bridges. And she put them through form and technique on all those movements, and then showed them how to do it as a superset. And I was just across the way and only being able to watch for a little bit, but the girls were burning, and I know that she was showing them all the great form and making sure that they were using that and really able to use it and put it towards their booty, which is sometimes hard with those other leg movements. So right here, she's showing the girls the one-legged glute bridges. And then with my group, I was showing them proper hip thrusting technique. We are using the hip thruster, and before I had the girls use any weight, we went through each individually and showed them the proper way to hip thrust, and that goes with everybody. And it was really awesome because you could see each individual person and how they were shaped differently, different sizes and heights. And so it was just really hands-on and detailed on showing where their feet should be, how their back should be. The eye gaze is always forward, chin tucked, and really squeezing up through the glutes and pushing through the heels. So each individual girl got technical help like that from both Emily and I. And each group had about 30 minutes or so with each of us, and then we swapped, and then we carried on into Q&A. So it was a really great event. I think every girl was able to get a lot of information, and especially individual information. something that you wouldn't normally get just kind of over Instagram or an email. So we had a great time. It was the first time for Booty Work, and Emily and I really enjoyed it, and we think that the girls did. So please comment below if you liked this, or if you liked the idea of Emily and I possibly traveling around for more Booty Works. And give it a thumbs up and let us know, and maybe soon there's a Booty Work coming to you. Yeah! Awesome.